Hello and welcome back. As you know, I am Skater799 from twitch.tv/Skater799. This is Unstable Opinions with Chris and Nick, me, Gabe, and guys, this is a very special episode. We have
a very special person.
Triston, aka
Shadow from Shadow and Falcon Gaming.
I told you that channel is dead. What's up, guys? It's Triston from Triston's account. No uploads yet, but
there actually is one video up there. I think it's like for like a school project or something.
Oh, if you go to my channel right now,
project?
Link in the description below.
You'll see the best video you've ever seen in your life.
It's a very, very important documentary about
If you don't
IO.
know about
was that for your
IO?
Oh, okay. I remember that.
I mean, the most important moon in our galaxy.
What about Europa? My project was on Europa.
Screw Europa.
Screw Europa.
I made a video game about
Europa.
I made a
We'll play
video.
your video game, and then we'll watch IO.
And then we'll do a vote. Anyway, this is Unstable Opinions, as you said.
Plus one.
I thought... So, that was Gabe, and I'm Chris.
I'm Knock.
He's legally changing his name to Knock, like we said earlier.
If I don't die from coronavirus, then
yes.
And I'm going to quote you on that.
Got it.
And we've got a very special guest this week, our good friend Triston.
What's up, guys?
He saw the movie that we saw this week with us, so we're going to be talking about that shortly. But if you're new to the podcast, basically what we do is we go over some entertainment news. We go around and talk about what we've each been playing and watching since the last episode, and then we do a longer review on something specific, whether it's like a movie or a game. It's usually movies. This week we're going to be talking about Onward, but before we do that, I've got some news items to go over, as always. And we're recording this a little bit later than we usually do, so there's actually a lot more to talk about than there would have been otherwise.
We're current this time.
I'm gonna sort of go in order of like. So, first thing, a couple new trailers. I've decided from now on I'm gonna group trailers together because I don't usually have too much to say about trailers. So there was there was a couple new trailers. One for Scoob.
In a world.
Oh really? There was
there was a new trailer for Scoob. I think my opinion is the exact same as it was before.
They repeated most of the first trailer.
Pretty much.
Half of it was repeat footage. But my opinion, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna like it.
Is the bad guy my dad?
Wait, what?
It's from the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Isn't that like Daphne's thing or something?
Yeah, they're like.
I only saw the first trailer.
Was going
a long time
over
ago.
like traits that the like mystery man.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even remember that.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's just something about it. It's like I appreciate how it's adapting the 2D style of Scooby-Doo, but I also feel like apart from just the voice cast not really fitting what these characters have been
Shaggy
before.
does not sound like Shaggy.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that was like, you know, I hate to come down on this guy because I'm sure he's doing the best he can, but like, I saw a thing that's like everyone on the planet Earth can do a Shaggy impression except for the guy playing him in the movie.
Yeah.
So
it's not wrong.
Yeah,
No.
it's just I don't know. It's just so different because Scooby-Doo's been running for so long and the voice has been the same for so long. Like even when they switch voice actors, it sounded the same. So it's definitely it's gonna take a while to get used to that. I also feel that way about the other voice actors, except for maybe Daphne.
Sounds about right.
But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it looks like it's gonna be more of like I don't know. They're like incorporating like aliens and stuff. It's like I feel like if they were gonna do a modern Scooby-Doo movie, they should have kept it like at its basic level and done like just a mystery.
Yeah, mystery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's cool and all, but it's never gonna be better than the live action.
The live action one with
friggin' Cartoon Network
Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
sexualized
Mr.
Velma
Bean.
The entire movie.
What are you talking about over there?
This is a
he's talking about the
show.
He's talking about the parts of the movie that he cares about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The only part he
YouTube
remembers.
video on it, and I was concerned for the person talking
Are
about
you
it.
are you talking about the part where Fred went to Daphne's body? He's like, I
can look at myself.
I can look at
naked."
myself naked.
No.
This is a kids movie.
movie.
Okay, so anyway, there was also a trailer for Black Widow.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, honestly,
I had not seen that.
I've always like. Oh, really?
Nope.
Me neither.
I see that trailer. You guys should watch it. I think. I was always looking forward to Black Widow, but the first trailers weren't really like selling me on it. Like I was sold on it from the start just because I
was gonna go see
I love
it
Black
no
Widow
matter
and I love
what.
the MCU.
Guys.
Yeah. What?
Black Widow dies.
Bro.
Dude.
Whoa.
And now I'm gonna have to freaking cut in a spoiler. Like, yeah, that's the first thing you need to know about Unstable Opinions is that we come down hard on people that talk about spoilers without giving spoiler warnings. Nick.
Wait, I'm usually yelling at you. What
Yeah,
are you
Nick, you
talking
suck.
No,
Forget
you
about
remember
everything
Crisis?
I just said.
Remember when you talked about
just
Crisis a
sitting
couple
here.
episodes ago? And I
don't
didn't put
yeah.
spoilers. Anyway,
Well, everyone knew the hero would
So-
die. So.
Scream spoiler.
so anyway, so the first trailer, the movie looked fine. But now this trailer, I don't know if it's like just how they edited or the scenes they included or something, but
It's got that Marvel oomph, yeah.
yeah, it feels closer. What I was hoping to get out of this was something closer to like a Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
what
it
it
does seem
feels
like
like.
that's what they're going for.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
And that
excited for
trailer
that.
music was.
Yeah, I
on
think that's
point.
honestly the main thing is
I
that the
think that's
music
what it
was way
for
better.
me.
Yeah. All right. No,
No,
that's Wonder Woman.
I mean, that's probably
You
it.
doing you doing that Wakanda Forever pose?
You doing the Wakanda Forever,
No, he's
Wonder
doing the
Woman,
X-Force.
X-Force. It's X-Force.
Every
baby.
movie of like what was it like 2017 was doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
crosses their arms.
2017, 2018. Anyway, moving on from so those are as far as I remember, those are the only trailers for movies. The Last of Us got confirmed to be getting
Last
an
of Us.
HBO series.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
And they confirmed that the composer of the video games is working
Oh,
on
that's
the
cool.
TV show himself.
I didn't know that. I knew Neil Druckmann was helping write it.
Yep.
Um,
Got the same
yeah.
soundtrack.
They just need to cast it right.
Yes.
And as long as Naughty Dog is actually like involved in it as much as they seem like they're going to be, I think it's going to be really good.
It's what the world is counting on.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's funny too because like recently, like video game movies have been getting better with movies like Sonic and Detective Pikachu and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But even still, I feel like the best video game adaptations have been TV shows, like Castlevania.
When are we getting the Legend of Zelda?
Sonic
I
Boom.
Oh yeah, Sonic Boom was good.
The Witcher. I just.
Yeah, see,
watched
I
that
haven't
recently.
watched
It
that,
is
but
so good.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
love
that's what I've been
Henry
hearing.
Cavill.
And then wait, Nick, what'd you say?
We need a Legend of Zelda TV show.
That would be awesome, but
That
I
would-
also don't know how they would do Link because the only time he's ever spoken has just been like
Grunts.
goofy, like
Dude, they could
no,
have
I mean like
Henry
in the cartoons
Cavill
and in the
play
CGI
Link.
games,
Ryan
he's just like
Reynolds.
super like goofy and cheesy and like.
Well,
I don't know.
excuse me,
They could just have Henry
princess.
Cavill play Link, and then he could just grunt like he does in The Witcher.
Freaking
All he
reload
does
his
is
arms
just-
when he. Oh man. But yeah, but as long as they cast The Last of Us right, I feel like it'll be really good. And I also feel like this is the same direction they should take with Uncharted because the
Oh,
Uncharted
man.
movie has been in development hell for forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just like
what
the
they're gonna do
Bioshock
about that.
movie.
Yeah, they've been making a Bioshock movie.
A Bioshock movie
Yeah.
has been
I
in development
Heard of
for
that,
like
but I
8
don't
years.
know. That would be an amazing movie if they did it right.
Yeah. It's just those are the types of things that are like they get announced and then for 10 years they like
have
switch
no
directors.
idea what to do.
Yeah, they like switch directors and actors and all that, and it's just the movie hasn't even come together other than the fact that there's supposed to be a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So we just like it's just hard to like I want the Uncharted movie to be good so badly, but at this point I feel like they should just cancel anything they've already done and just start over from square one like they
Just
are
make
because
it a TV show,
yeah,
and
because
each
Last of Us was
season
supposed
is
to be
the
a
video
movie.
game.
Yeah, The Last of Us was supposed to be a movie too,
Mhm.
but then I guess they changed the plans for that. So I feel like they should do the same thing with Uncharted.
I feel like Uncharted should have like they should tackle the story of each video game per season.
Yeah.
Like Uncharted 1
Yeah.
is season 1. you
And
know?
then do a spin-off based off of Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, next thing. Reggie Fils-Aime seemingly thought retired. Now he's pissed.
Now he's pissed.
He got appointed to the board of directors at GameStop. So
Please save GameStop, Reggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie
I'm
just
tired.
stepped in.
yeah,
I'm tired of people trying to sell me pro rewards or more games that I don't want. Please
Buy my
make them
game for
stop.
20 cents.
Reggie-
and then selling
Not
it
Reggie.
for
60.
$20.
GameStop keeps emailing me every week asking for my Ghostbusters video game back because it's $10 in GameStop credit.
Oh yeah,
Every week that I've owned it since I bought it from them in December, they've emailed me asking for it back.
Well, I unsubscribed from the emails from GameStop just because I barely shop there anymore.
Yeah,
But
it's a shame.
literally, I remember I got Wind Waker HD back when
Yeah.
it first came out. The day after I bought it, they sent me an email like, "This is how much Wind Waker is worth," just in case you're not liking it. I'm like, "No, I'm okay."
I
Like,
think I'll pass.
When
Yeah.
I bought Mystery Dungeon the other day, the guy was like, "Well, if you don't like it, you can bring it back in less than 48 hours." I'm like, "I'm buying the game because I know I'm going to like it. I'm not going to spend $60 on a game if I'm going to hate it."
yeah,
It
I mean
doesn't make
that's the
sense.
GameStop model. They want you to.
I too
like,
walk into
want you to
GameStop
just-
blind buying
Yeah.
games I've
Yeah.
never heard
It's the
of.
problem because they want you to be confident in your purchase enough to pre-order it ahead of time to get like bonuses or whatever. But they also sort of don't want that because they want you to give it back to them so they can resell it.
True.
But in terms of Reggie's involvement, I just hope that because GameStop I feel like news of them being in danger has sort of died down as of recently. But
Yeah.
News of everything has died down recently.
yeah, but I feel like with Reggie on board, they can sort of get back on the right track if they are still in danger of closing down.
That's probably why they hired him.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it just surprises me that he would take the job at all because when he said he was retiring, I was like, okay, he's not, Reggie's not that old. He's like, I think in his 50s, 50s or 60s.
He's still
But-
got some fight left.
Yeah,
This
but
man's
it's just
teaching at a college.
Yeah,
he's
it's just-
on
it's-
the GameStop directors. What
it's
else
just
is he
funny
doing?
because when he said he was retired, he's like, I'm going to spend time with like my family and friends and
That's
like
all the time I have.
But it's like I was expecting him. He's like, okay, he's just gonna sort of ride off into the sunset and view gaming now from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
But he's still like getting involved in stuff. He's doing talks and like now he's on the board of directors at GameStop. So
Good for him.
yeah, I mean,
Good
good
for
for him if he
GameStop.
wants to keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so next, zoned out for a second.
Next.
So I just showed you guys this just now. Lego Mario got announced,
Yes.
which is something I've been wanting since I was like super little. They used to do like the Connects, like
Yeah.
Mario Kart sets. I
used
still
to
have
collect
one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like the motorcycle one with like the super like fat Mario figure.
I've got
The-
Luigi's cart, but for some reason it came with Mario.
That's really weird. That's
Wait,
cursed.
It's really cursed.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah. But I mean, the Lego Mario figure is even fatter. I was very
It's
curious.
chunky.
Like, so on Mario Day, this is when they announced it, and they just showed like a close up of the figure.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I figured they were just gonna do like a big interactive Mario figure and then do like a few other normal sets.
Mhm.
But it seems like what they're going for is for the whole thing to be interactive. Like the figure interacts with everything, and then you just buy multiple sets to
You
put
build
together
your
into
own
one
levels.
big level. Yeah. I think that's a really cool idea. I'm kind of disappointed that there's not going to be like minifigures or
Yeah,
anything
I
or
was
like
looking
traditional
forward to
Lego
that.
sets. It just makes me happy that it's a thing that's happening now
Yeah.
because I feel like it's been a long time coming.
That's the whole point of buying Legos.
I mean, I would like to see a Lego
I
Mario
want minifigs.
game.
Yeah.
That would be really awesome.
Yeah.
I used to make custom Mario minifigs when I was little. I used to like collect the hats and paint them, the
Oh,
colors
yeah.
and everything.
Oh, you-
So
Yeah.
I was really hoping, like they did with Ghostbusters, because I used to make custom Ghostbusters and Mario minifigs.
You had
Yeah.
a lot of time as a kid.
I did. I loved Legos.
Yeah. And like before I used to think that like, they did Lego Minecraft,
Yeah.
which is I think was the first Lego set that was based on a video game.
Yeah, I think so.
But and I was like, oh, that'd be cool if they did like a Lego Minecraft video game. But then they made Lego Worlds, which is like sort of a similar thing.
Yeah.
It's like their own little version of Minecraft. It's like that makes sense why they would do that because at that point, why would you make Lego Minecraft if it's just gonna be Minecraft with a Lego skin? You could just get a texture pack.
True.
But I feel like a Lego Mario video game is actually realistic because they did for Lego Dimensions they did the Sonic level.
Right.
So they showed that like even though it is a video game icon, they can still put Lego video game icons in Lego video games and like make it work.
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool. But for now, the sets are really cool. Okay. If no one else has anything to say about
Yeah, it's sad news that the Fast 9 movie has been
Oh yeah,
delayed.
No way.
that
A
I was saying
year.
about Lego Mario, but like
Oh.
that's the last item on the news actually is that the coronavirus is
Delaying.
causing
Everything.
a shit ton of things to be delayed or canceled, which makes sense.
As long as video games don't get delayed, because here's how I look at it. If we have more games, we stay inside longer.
Yeah.
We stay inside
Contributes
longer.
to self quarantine.
Gamers rise up.
Gamers,
Gamers stay
this is our
in.
time.
Gamers will stop the virus.
Gamers stay indoors.
Yeah,
We
I've
will
been
beat it.
seeing a ton of people tweeting and being like, Nintendo, now more than ever, we need you to release Animal Crossing early. You have the power to stop this.
Sony release The Last of Us Part 2 now.
Jeez. But yeah, I mean, the coronavirus in general just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
now
it's
it's
like,
got Tom Hanks.
yeah, that's
That's-
really
Let
scary.
go of him.
Yeah,
Don't touch Forrest Gump.
it's like people talk about like it being overblown and everything. It's like everyone's saying it's overblown until Tom Hanks gets it, and now everyone's freaking out.
Everybody
Um,
gangsta.
yeah,
Tom
but-
Hanks
Hanks
gets
gets
I see it
coronavirus.
as
Corona.
it is overblown by the media, but it's not overblown because it's bad.
Well,
but it's
it
not
is,
as
yeah,
bad.
and like I mean, like Minecraft Festival got canceled.
That got canceled
E3,
really fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I got canceled like the day before tickets went on
Tickets were
sale,
gonna, yeah.
and then like E3
Just
got
call it
canceled.
Minecon, like a real
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Um,
Actual Minecon.
Fast and Furious 9 got delayed by a year,
Uh-huh.
which is insane.
I mean, when did they say it
The
was going to
movie's
come out?
done. It was
Yeah.
gonna come out in like May
But
of
why-
this year.
so post-production was
Post-production
delayed.
was delayed.
Some-
a
I-
lot.
well,
think
I think the
because
reason
they're
why,
delaying
because,
the
like-
movie because they don't want people going to the theaters.
Yeah, like
Which
A
is-
Quiet Place 2 also got delayed, and that movie was coming out really soon.
Like the only company
Um,
that hasn't delayed any movies is Disney. And
yeah.
I'm not
Disney
liking
don't care.
I mean, like, well, there's another. Oh yeah, No Time to Die got delayed until November.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
So
It's smart not having movies come out now.
Yeah,
Because
I
who's
feel
gonna
like-
go to the
If we're not
theaters?
going to,
yeah,
but it's also gonna affect our podcast when we don't have anything to talk about anymore.
Oh, we'll
We can
find
talk
things.
about
We'll only
games.
talk about games.
because
games
because at the
go
same
to
time, you know how you
Mystery
say like you don't,
Dungeon DX.
you know how you say like you hope games aren't as affected.
Yeah.
I feel like they won't be just because of digital distribution.
And developers like Bungie are actually working from home now. They
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
Bungie just produced a new like work from home system. that
Yeah,
all of the
because like
developers
video
are
games
doing.
and stuff, most everything other than like like if you're doing a bigger AAA game like motion capture and voice acting and stuff, that stuff's all done in house. But like everything else is basically done on the computer. So as long as everyone has a computer powerful enough to do what they're working on, they can work from home.
And even if they just all the game companies utilize Discord and be like, okay, get on the Discord.
Get on the
server and
Yeah.
check out the
Discord. We're
game.
gonna make a game.
I mean, did you guys
Hop
see
on Discord, it's
Discord
gamer time.
made it so you can live stream up to 50 people over
Yeah.
Discord?
Yeah,
I've seen that.
We did that to play Jackbox the other night.
Dude, what's it gonna take for me to get into that
Twitch.tv is
Bungie
no
Discord
more.
server?
Wait, what?
What's it gonna take to get into that Bungie Discord
Oh,
server?
yeah.
You think you think they get on at 3 a.m. and play Halo like we do?
Probably. They call it beta testing, but it's just
Yeah.
them
Playing Halo
playing
tonight?
Halo Ultimate.
Maybe no.
Gabe, we
Actually.
playing Halo tonight?
I play Halo every day.
What
All
do you
right.
think, Chris.
What? No, I can't.
No.
Except,
we don't
also,
play
we
Halo
could talk
in this
about
house.
that new Call of Duty game that came out.
Ah, yes.
It came out.
Warzone.
It seems a little anticlimactic to end on like go from coronavirus to like
To
Warzone. But
Call of
basically,
Duty Warzone.
overall, coronavirus is terrible. I hope that everyone listening to this takes
yeah,
precautions.
stay safe.
Stay
wash your
clean.
hands.
Stay indoors. Don't do
to
any.
those effective, speedy recovery.
If you run
Yeah.
out of toilet paper, just take a shower. It's better to be clean.
Don't listen to him.
I'm not.
Send your love to Tom Hanks.
Nick is being exiled.
Yeah, we're actually slowly bringing in Triston
yeah.
and weaving out
This is the
Nick.
test. This is the backdoor pilot
This
for
is the test
Tristan. For Tristan to replace Nick.
Finally.
Okay, so I guess we'll talk about
Yeah.
that. So, Call of Duty Warzone and Ori and the Will of the Wisps just came out. I'm gonna talk about this, but I have Ori downloaded. I was gonna download Warzone, but I'm not going to anymore because it's 80 gigabytes.
I downloaded Warzone.
Which it's like
You should
listen,
still download
I have room for it. It's just the fact that
The
the game is
principle.
not optimized at all.
Yeah.
Just it's like that game is literally Warzone is literally just the battle royale mode
Yeah.
of Modern Warfare. It's like it doesn't need to be 80 gigabytes. They get like Mario Odyssey is 5 gigabytes on the Switch.
Holy
Breath
crap.
of the Wild is like 15.
Yeah.
Like these games, no matter how good the graphics are or like what type of game it is, they don't need to be that big.
GTA 5 is under 100 still. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game
Yeah.
is
That
7
game is
years old
huge.
and it's massive. And
Yeah.
it's still getting updates.
It's just insane to me that they would release it without optimizing it at all.
I only got Warzone because I had Modern Warfare already. I tried it out. I'm gonna say good, but like it's a battle royale game.
It's what you would expect.
If you played Fortnite,
If you played
Yeah.
Blackout the year before from Black Ops 4,
Fortnite.
you've played Warzone.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
It's just the fact that it's free
Yeah.
is what I made me want to play it. And I think it's cool that the map combines stuff like new stuff with older Call of Duty maps.
Yeah.
Because that's like something that not any other battle royale can do.
This
because they're not
will-
like based on a legacy
Yeah.
series. So
this will determine if I download it or not. Does it got rust?
I was looking. I have not found it. All I know right now
That's two
is
thumbs
that
down from me.
the only reference I've found so far is that there's an airport location,
yeah,
and
I was gonna say terminal.
it's
Terminal.
not terminal.
That's stupid.
But
What about high rise?
I was looking. For
Everyone
that too.
loves high rise.
At the airport.
They're lying
though,
to us.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
At the airport,
Without
you can
high-rise.
find a crashed version of the Air Force One from the Modern Warfare campaign,
Oh.
and basically running through that is like running.
Did they have
through
a
the
nuke
campaign
town?
location? No, that was
Nuke.
in the Treyarch version of Battle Royale, which was Blackout on Black Ops 4.
Yeah, but they don't have a.
They
map
should have
for-
both.
Yeah,
You should put
come on.
Nuketown in Warzone.
They should put. They should just make it alternate between them. It's only 2 maps. Like they're both big, but it is only 2
Yeah,
maps.
they
Yeah.
should they
So-
should release Blackout for free now that it's like 3 years old.
Yeah. Nick, anything to say about that?
Not gonna touch on Battle Royale.
We don't talk about that here.
All right.
After talking about it.
So I think that's the last item on the news. So now let's go around, talk about what we've been up to. Does anyone else want to go first, or should I go first?
Well, you're the one with the swagger.
What does that mean?
You got the
You
swag.
can talk better.
I'll
Go for it.
You're dripping
Uh-oh.
in that lyrical.
Nick volunteered.
Grammatical.
I mean, okay, so.
Screw you,
I
Nick.
said I was going first.
Nobody cares.
Then
Nick.
go.
All right, let's see what
Well,
Nick's got.
I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Rescue Team, DX.
Mm-hmm.
Very good game.
XD.
Shut up.
Got him.
But you're right. It's a remake of the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Like, a really good remake, though. Not like a bad remake like
Like
Pokemon
a-
Let's Go were. They're trash.
You thought those were
Insane
trash? I thought
trilogy
you really
kinda
liked
remake?
those.
I played them because they were bad. I only shiny hunted it for hours.
Oh.
I wanted the shinies. But Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, it's the exact same story from the first game, but like there's so many more features like to the game that they pulled from the past ones and new ones that they just created for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently I haven't gotten that far. I'm still only like 11 hours in, but there's Mega Evolutions.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know anything about it.
Well, basically what you do is you get you're a human and you turn into a Pokemon.
I know that.
You recruit another.
So I just lied.
Wait, you turn into a Pokemon?
Yeah, you wake.
You wake up as a Pokemon.
The only
Yeah,
reason
you're
I
a
know that is
Pokemon.
because I keep getting ads for it, and it's like, what if you woke up one day and you were a Pokemon?
Is
And I was
this
like, oh,
Despicable Me Minion Mayhem?
yes,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
essentially.
And then you just go through dungeons. Gabe's played
I
it.
love this game.
It's very it's just
really
one
fun.
of those iconic series that if you've played it before, then you buy every single game no matter what
Yeah,
it is.
but if you've never
Yeah.
played it before, you really don't.
You'll look
you don't
at it
know
and be
what
like,
it
this
is.
doesn't look very good.
Yeah.
Like I was watching a YouTuber, he's like, I never played them, so it doesn't look good to me. I'm like, if you play it,
Yeah,
you'll
I mean, I
like
didn't
it.
think it looked bad. I just never
It's
bought.
just
a
I
game.
never thought it'd be interesting until I actually played it, and then it's one of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite Pokemon
Considering the fact that my bank account is consistently
games. Dropping.
being, it's like on its way to
Assaulted.
being empty.
Hey, look at his desk.
I try to like.
Yeah, for those
I
of you
try
who
to, like-
can't see, it's
There's a
like,
desk here.
there's a desk with each corner filled of Lego
I spent all my graduation
sets.
money on building a
Legos.
computer and a desk, and then I filled that desk with expensive Lego sets. So.
Okay,
He's something
Chris,
of a
your
gamer
turn.
himself.
All right. Oh, that's it. Just Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon, really good.
All right. Well, I've been playing and watching a handful of things. In terms of what I've been watching, I've been trying to catch up on Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Just because the new season came out and everyone's like talking to me about it, but I'm not caught up. I'm on like season 2.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. The pacing is really slow, so I don't watch a ton of it at one time. But I think that's really good. I don't really have much else to say about it. 'Cause not a ton is happening.
need to
It's just a
catch
good
up.
drama.
Yeah.
I also watched I Am Not Okay With This on Netflix.
How's that?
Wait, what?
How is it?
Oh, it's good.
Nice.
It's like I feel like most of the beats that it hits are like stuff that I've seen before. Like it doesn't do anything too original. It's just kind of like, I mean, the way a lot of people have been describing it, and it makes sense because there's people from both teams on it, is that it's kind of a mixture of The End of the Fucking World and Stranger Things. And it's cool, but I also feel like there's certain aspects of it that I'm kind of like, it's sort of predictable.
Yeah.
And there isn't really much about it that like took me by surprise. But I still enjoyed it. I think it's a good teen drama, and it's not that long. It's like I think it's in total all the episodes are only 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So it doesn't hurt to watch it if you're interested in it.
You got 2 hours to kill.
Yeah. I just hope they teased season 2. It's obviously setting up for things to go in a different direction. So I'm interested to see what they do with that. I just hope it kind of gains more of its own identity.
Yeah.
And then last thing in terms of what I've been watching, Steven Universe Future has been coming out, and I'm really sad because this is it for Steven Universe, and then it's over. And this is like a show that I've been like super like heavily like invested in for like years. So just like Adventure Time, it's just like really like rough to like have it just not be around anymore.
Yeah.
See, I don't watch it, but I know how Adventure Time felt.
Yeah,
'Cause that was hard.
it's just like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, it sucks like having to say goodbye, but it's still like, it's been really good. Future's been really good. And I'm actually going to see the movie in theaters because they're bringing it to theaters with an exclusive episode of Future. So if that doesn't get canceled because of coronavirus, that's going to be really cool.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I need to catch up on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I haven't been keeping up since the first episode.
So good.
Oh, you've been watching
It's
it?
so good.
Dude,
I still haven't watched the first 6 seasons.
Dude.
Those are so good too.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's so good.
It's a lot of work.
And
Personally-
it's like I'm kind of a hypocrite
And
for
art.
saying that
I
because
just
I haven't
haven't started it. I mean, once I get into it, I'll keep
Yeah.
going.
Personally, to build my own personal investment in the Clone Wars to get caught up in time for season 7, I started at season 3 because it's around that time that it actually becomes like,
Yeah. I actually had
chronological.
like a watch. I had like a watching guideline that like picked out the best episodes and the most
yeah.
important ones from every season, and that's how I caught up.
That's
Yeah.
how I watched Naruto.
Yeah.
Because you don't need the filler.
Yeah, but not like I didn't watch any of the like Jar Jar episodes or anything.
Yeah. They're not much.
Yeah, but I've watched the first episode of the season and I haven't caught up since, and I don't know why. So I really need to catch up on that.
What about Rick and Morty?
No, I haven't caught up on that either.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all at a stalemate right now.
Yeah,
So
but I'm even further behind than that. So
Yeah. I'm still on like season 1.5 on Rick and Morty.
Oh wow,
jeez, dude, you need to
Yeah.
catch up.
you need to catch up.
Oops.
Okay, so in terms of what I've been playing, I've still been playing a lot of Minecraft. Getting back into Minecraft.
Yes, sir.
I'm super interested to see like. I mean, the Nether update already is like looking really cool.
They just added gold to the Nether again.
Oh,
yeah.
cool!
Nether gold
Nice.
ore.
Because I mean that's how you get the netherite. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
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 You need to add that with gold. So I
They
guess
added
it's-
a new enchantment as well to boots. A new boot enchantment that lets you run faster on soul sand.
Cool.
But the drawback to it is that it depletes the health of your boots as you use it.
Oh.
How worth it?
And
is
the
that?
only way to get it is by trading with piglins. So I don't really think it's worth it.
I don't know
Yeah.
how many scenarios I've been in that I needed to run fast on Soul Sand.
Yeah. If I got like gold boots or something.
It's just
to
annoying.
throw.
It's not like a necessity. It's just annoying to go slower on Soul Sand.
Yeah.
It's, hey, I
When
can
I
see
saw
good
the-
uses for adventure maps. Though,
Yeah.
or
When I
something
saw
like
the
that.
perk, I was like, "Hey, this is cool," and then I saw the drawback, and I'm like, "Guess I'm not using it."
Oops. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Luigi's Mansion again because
Yeah.
I wanted to get my own footage for a video that I'm making about Luigi's Mansion. It was supposed to go up on Mario Day, but I was just really busy and didn't have time to edit it.
He's taking too long.
Yeah.
See,
He's
He
got-
I'm getting
show
into
us
the
a video on Saturday.
I'm getting into the Gabe cycle of
Wait a
like
sec.
working on a video but taking like a month to put it out.
It just keeps backing up because other things
Hey,
keep coming
Gabe,
up.
we can
and then-
relate about something.
Yeah, let's go.
Nick, are you ever gonna make your
Procrastination.
own YouTube videos?
Nope.
Cool.
That's just a straight
No,
up
because if I tell you I am, then you'll harass me.
Yeah, I'll be like,
So
where's
if I tell
your
you
video?
He's gonna appear on YouTube one day out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
I mean, he's
unannounced.
already on like Unstable Opinions.
I'm
so-
already on Skater799.
He'll
stream.
launch
Dude.
his own
Yeah.
channel someday.
Twitch.tv/skater799.
And then outside of Luigi's Mansion, that video is gonna be coming out soon. By the way, youtube.com/Christianary. Anyway, I've also
Find all
been
these
playing
links
a
down
shit ton
below.
of Halo.
Oh yes.
Well, I started playing Halo again because Combat Evolved came out in the Master Chief Collection, but nobody actually bought Combat
I just
Evolved. They
bought
just
the-
bought Reach when it came out. So I've still mostly just been playing Halo Reach, but it's just really great to have Halo on PC.
I think later when we have more, like when they come out with more Halos, I'll buy like the whole
Yeah.
Master Chief collection. But for now, I'm
Yeah.
having fun playing Reach.
I mean, honestly, at the rate that they're releasing, you should probably just wait till Halo Infinite comes out.
True.
Yeah.
Gabe, did Keith not buy you the Master Chief?
No, he bought me Skyrim instead.
Oh.
I did
He
not
still
have that.
hasn't given me his present. He told me he got me a present, and he never gave it to me. And I added, I kept giving him my Steam account so he could add me on Steam, and he just never added me.
If the audience is like me, I don't know Keith.
But he.
Right, I'm
is a
guessing the
cool
audience
guy.
is most likely like you.
Except Tyler, but he's not our audience. He doesn't like us.
He's
enough.
not. Well, I mean, we have no way to prove that he's not here, so
I mean, he could be right there.
He
and
could
we
be.
would never know. I'm okay. So, last thing for me playing, I'm about to play Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I downloaded it yesterday, but I haven't played it yet. But I really loved Ori and the Blind Forest, so I'm really excited to play that game. And that's it for me.
So
Your turn,
I'll
Gabe.
just segue right into Halo. That's the first thing I've been streaming that with Chris also. I'm finally updating my YouTube with my Let's
You
Play.
finally put up a new Let's Play today.
Yeah,
You
that's
did?
right.
At the time we're recording this,
I have
of
to
course.
stop recording so I can watch.
I
Yeah.
gotta go. I mean,
Just have
it's-
it in the background for the rest of the
It's
episode.
kind of the hottest thing on YouTube right now, but don't worry about
Ooh,
that.
it's number 1 on trending, huh?
I mean, it might be
Ooh.
by the time this goes out.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure I'm the only person here that's been on trending.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you don't know.
All right.
You don't know who I am. I could be PewDiePie.
I'm Shadow from Shadow and Falcon Gaming.
Do you have
Oh,
any idea
dang.
who he is?
You've got nothing on me.
Yeah, I've got more things that I want to record. I want to record like maybe other Let's Plays or try other indie games. There's a lot of games that like Twitch Prime has given me that I've never heard of, so I want to like try those out.
You
Do
should
a
get
little-
Mystery Dungeon.
I should.
Did Twitch Prime give you Mystery Dungeon?
Nope.
Mystery Dungeon.
Out of luck.
You should.
And then streaming, I'm still gonna be streaming Halo probably for the rest of my life. Definitely when Infinite comes out,
Yeah.
we're gonna be playing that a
It's
lot.
gonna be fucking awesome.
I wanna do some Call of Duty,
Warzone?
Warzone, but it's a really big download for no
Yeah.
reason. We could wait until it gets optimized because it will.
Will
there's
it?
gonna be too many people complaining.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, does Activision not care about its people?
Activision
No.
does not.
I mean, I think with the Spyro trilogy on Switch, it was optimized so poorly that the cartridge only included the first game, and you actually had to download the other two.
What in the world?
So they're not getting
well-
into the habit of optimizing
Eventually,
things anytime soon.
I'll download it.
He'll get
onto,
around to it
Yeah.
someday.
I'll just
Yeah.
put it onto a flash drive and then play it
An
off of the
80
flash
gigabyte
drive.
flash drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then I
think
can
you can find
remove
one.
it because I don't want to take up 80 gigs on my computer. In terms of watching, I've been watching. I watched this Netflix series, Lock and Key. I
Heard about that.
I binge watched that in like a day, and it's kind of long, but I didn't do anything for like 2 days straight. So I watched that. It was very good, very twist ending.
Very twist ending.
Mhm.
Ooh, twisty.
You gotta
Twist.
you gotta keep up with it. The show I've been watching, Magicians, actually, Sci-Fi came out and said that they're not going to renew another season, so it's looking like it's going to be canceled. And it's
sucks.
not because it's been like bad.
I thought you were gonna say it's not because of the coronavirus.
It's not. No, well, it's also not
TV's
because of that.
TV's the one thing that's not being affected.
They keep finding great ways to like change it up, even though like you think that they would have like used all of the plot. It comes from a book, and they already passed the story in the book, so they're making stuff up, and it's really fresh, and they're not running out of ideas, but Sci-Fi is scared to have any show run past 5 seasons because apparently no Sci-Fi show has actually gone to season 6.
Wow,
So this one's
That's
canceled
pretty
too.
wild.
I know.
that sucks.
It's a bad tradition to have.
Yeah, right?
It's like Valve not being able to count to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not because they can't make more. It's
They
just out of the
refuse.
principle of it.
Yeah.
Like
I don't get why. I mean, there's a lot of fans that are saying like, I would definitely keep watching
Yeah.
a season 6.
if the show is doing well and you're not running out of
Yeah.
ideas, then why cancel it?
Note to all producers: if you plan on doing a TV show, don't go with Sci-Fi. If you plan on
Yeah.
going in 5 seasons,
Sci-Fi,
Oh,
don't
man.
sue us for damages.
New York Times
Please.
wrote an article. If I'm going to get sick and die, I might as well do it at Disney World.
Wait, what?
Visitors at Disney World and Universal Studios recently seemed unfazed.
What are you talking about?
Based on the
let's talk about
coronavirus.
Corona
Yeah,
again.
No, I know, but like, why?
I was on Twitter because I was bored.
Epic news twist.
Dang, you're not paying attention to your
Gabe's
fellow
talking about his
podcast
life.
Dude,
members.
I'm
You're
talking about
bringing
the
up
things that I've been
Twitter?
doing in my life.
This is
and
why
you
we're
don't even
replacing
care.
you.
This is
Good.
why we're pulling a pair of kings and we're writing you off the show.
Oh my god.
It's not. What? There's not
I'm
a pair
the-
of kings
I'm
anymore.
the third king.
That's not. Ugh. All right.
I think that's all that I've been playing and watching so far. Minecraft, because I mean that's what I've been doing my Let's Play on.
Timeless classic.
Yep.
And I've been playing with my girlfriend Angela.
Oh.
We started a world.
I'm playing with
Adorable.
my girlfriend too.
Dude, we should like
Imagine having a girlfriend.
double date.
I'm
in
having
Minecraft.
BF good night.
And then my BF Shadow over here.
Oh yeah, that's me.
What have you
we're
been-
gonna- We've been kissing. Alright, that's
You
it.
mind if I place my Minecraft bed next to yours?
Unless
Okay, Tristan,
Hypothetically.
it's your fault.
It's my fault?
Tristan,
What's my fault?
Everything.
what have you been watching and playing?
Alright, podcast. Well,
What's
lately,
happening for him?
I have been caught up on the Clone Wars, but it's only 3 episodes, and they're all really interwoven. And since a
Cool.
specific Trinary hasn't caught up, I'm not going to talk about that.
Cool, thank you.
I
should've
go
caught
into
up.
details on Supernatural's final season.
Oh my god.
But they delayed that like a month ago, and it's
Yeah.
still not back on.
Oh,
so
It's so sad.
I thought it was over already.
no,
Oh, this is the last season.
this is the final season.
They were
but
never gonna
keep
get it.
delaying it.
Wow.
They keep delaying it, and up until like 2 weeks ago, I think they didn't. They said that they hadn't even like shot the finale yet,
Oh my
but they're
god.
airing the season.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
They're
I've never
all
heard of
over-
that happening before.
Yeah, they're all
Weird.
over the place.
It's
with
because the finale is up to you, the
they,
viewer.
they leave it so ambiguous that they don't even air the final episode.
that. The show's actually
It's open for
canceled.
interpretation.
The show's
They
actually
have a
canceled.
live like remake for an audience on like a stage.
Yeah, and that's the only time that
The
the story
only
will ever be
one
told. It's like
audience gets to see the finale.
it's like
Like-
Woody's Roundup. They canceled it
Exactly.
right before the last episode.
This is Sam and Dean's finest hour, but they canceled the season before it happened.
Ugh.
Wow.
So
and
that's
God's
that.
there and everything.
God from Supernatural.
That is the final season's premise. They're
Wow.
fighting God
That's
because
crazy.
go big or go home, right?
What else is there to do? They've
They've
expanded
done
on
everything. So the
So you're
writers were
telling
like,
me the last episode of Supernatural is going to be the same as the last episode of Sonic for Hire?
I mean,
did they kill
essentially
God
the
in
same.
Sonic for Hire?
Sonic takes God. Spoiler alert for Sonic for Hire. Sonic takes God's place.
No way.
What?
Yeah, he does.
What?
Yeah. Anyway.
Why have I never heard of this?
The Sonic God? Like
think
I
we have
feel like
something
that
to
would be
God the
blowing
Hedgehog.
that should be blowing up in media right now.
It's old. Anyway, Tristan.
So that's that for what I've been watching. Recently, even before hearing about the TV show announcement, I've been replaying, and I finished the other day, The Last of Us and Left Behind to prepare myself for the sequel.
Nice.
Because I've been super antsy waiting for them to stop delaying the thing for once and actually launch it.
Yeah.
So, I played the game. I actually got up to the point to where Left Behind takes place, and then I swapped over to Left Behind,
Oh.
completed the DLC for Left Behind, and then got back into the game and finished it.
That's interesting because I before playing Left Behind, I had no clue how it tied in
Yeah.
to Last of Us. So I played the first time I played it, I played the whole thing, and then I played Left Behind afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to, for almost a year now, maybe even longer. I've been trying to play Last of Us with my girlfriend, just because I figured she would like the narrative of it.
Yes.
But the thing about it is that everything in between the cutscenes is she's scared to play it herself, and she gets bored watching me play it.
Yeah.
So we've only played it in a handful of times in small chunks that were all really far apart from each other.
Yeah.
So she hasn't really been super invested in the story, which is disappointing. But I hope that the HBO series turns that around.
Exactly.
If it's an adaptation, because that'll be easier for her to digest if she doesn't want to play the game. And I'm really excited for part 2 too.
Very excited, to the point to where I almost got the Ellie edition, but that's
Oh,
$300.
Yeah,
That
that's
would
a
never
lot
buy
of
a
money.
collector's
300 smackaroos, but it does come with a backpack and a vinyl, so that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
My brother did that with Infamous 2. And he has the backpack and
Yeah.
a figure.
I was a fool and bought the deluxe edition of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, where everything with that game was digital.
I don't remember which collector's edition it was for one of the Call of Duty games, but he got a Juggernaut.
I do have that too. The mini fridge.
The mini fridge.
Yes.
Yeah. Was
Oh
that
my
one
God.
of the Black Ops?
That
They
was Black
sold
Ops
a
3.
Black Ops 3.
They sold a mini. At that point, it's not even a collector's edition. It's just a mini fridge that comes with a game.
Yeah, there's a mini fridge. It's this big, and it comes with Black Ops 3. And
With
the
For
Black
those,
Ops 3.
I mean,
For
since you
a
can't see
Juggernaut
what
mini
he's
fridge.
doing, he just scaled out the mini fridge.
It's like,
It's like-
it's yay high. And it
Imagine
comes,
the audio it's this big.
it comes with coasters too that have. There's 4 different coasters
Yeah,
for
it's
each of
crazy.
the
I
original.
want to get a
perks
mini
from
fridge
zombies.
with a video game.
It's really cool. He also got we got Little Big Planet.
Yeah, I have the
One,
collector's
they came
edition
with
of Little
the-
Big Planet 3
Yeah.
that came with a Sackboy.
The
That's the one that
Sackboy.
and a
gives
bunch
you
of like
Sackboy.
Did you
DLC.
get
Yeah,
the
we
mini
got
fridge
that,
with
too.
it?
No.
Did you get a
I
mini
would-
fridge?
Planet mini fridge.
Maybe when I move out and I need a mini fridge, but
Yeah.
Buy it from Danny.
and then they'll announce that Halo Infinite's gonna have a mini fridge. It'll be like, oh, perfect.
Master Chief.
You
mini
open up the
fridge.
mini fridge and there's a Master Chief helmet in there that also has gelatin.
Oh my god.
It's like a gift from us to you.
I've always wanted a Master Chief helmet.
Yeah.
Actually. I've wanted a real one.
Yeah.
One that
But
has
I,
a
even
HUD.
still, even if that was a thing, I would not pay for a collector's edition that was over $100.
Yeah, no.
Unless everything because the Smash Brothers collector's editions have the GameCube adapter and the GameCube
Yeah.
controller in it. So that's the kind of stuff that I would buy separately anyway. So stuff like that I would pay
If
for.
it's
but
like
if
a
it's just
bundle,
I mean, I would buy a mini fridge.
I only buy collector's editions of things that I'm that are really close to home.
Yeah,
Parts
yeah.
of my identity at that point.
yeah, I'd buy like a Mario Odyssey collector's
Yeah.
edition if they had one.
I buy a
It-
Skyrim one.
If it came with like a deluxe cap.
Yeah, like Cappy that actually possesses
with
people.
boomerang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else?
Yeah, outside of The Last of Us, I've been playing Destiny 2.
Yeah. You play Destiny all the time though. Don't
I
you?
have been playing Destiny since the first beta came out back in July of 2013.
That's the only time I've ever played Destiny.
I
yeah.
have never played a Destiny.
And ever since then, it had me hook, line, and sinker. But lately, they've been kind of losing their way.
Oh.
It's been making me pretty sad.
Wow.
That sucks.
I mean, it is kind of old though.
Well,
Like they don't.
Well,
it
Destiny
has-
2 though.
It has
That
When
came
did
out
that-
like a couple years ago.
it has the
Really?
potential to have the longevity because Destiny was planned to be a 10-year franchise.
Yeah.
But
All they have to do is make a third one.
Yeah, I mean, isn't
that's
it
what
due
people
time?
that's what people have been counting on. But they were working closely under Activision for a while,
And then they left.
while Activision is a big, evil, scary entity,
Yeah.
after Bungie got independence from them, they changed their business practices to be self-publishing, but they also sacrificed quality for quantity, and it's
Ah.
like the lead director over there wanted the game to become more like World of Warcraft, but a first-person shooter like RPG game isn't really built to be like that. So
Yeah.
they have been trying like every 2 to 3 months to push out tinier expansion packs that are $10 a piece that last you like 90 days or something, and then they're called seasons, and then after the 90 days are up, it expires and the content from that season goes away,
Wow.
and they replace it with new content to create a evolving world, as
Yeah.
they call
I'm not
it.
really a fan of the idea that the game that I mean, I know Destiny's free to play now, but
Yeah.
like even still, like just the fact that I could like get into a game and then certain things that I like about the game just aren't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like I like to be able to like play the game, and if there's something that I like about it, to be able to use that or like play that. That was something that bothered me about Splatoon 2 because the salmon run mode was only available at certain times of the day,
Yeah.
even though there was no reason for it to be like that, and they
Yeah.
never changed it.
That bothered me about Guitar Hero Live. You know,
Yeah.
that went away.
And then they
that
canceled
one's
it.
just gone entirely.
Yeah.
That
like the
bothered me about
whole
Smash
premise
4,
of the
no
game.
story mode.
With Guitar Hero Live, all they really had to do was like release those songs that they had created for Guitar Hero Online as like DLC.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of a game like you go and buy it and then the game is gone
Ceases to
again.
exist.
Yeah. Like it's like, sorry, we're gonna take the game back.
And that game
Yeah.
lasted like 2 years.
And you have to
then they
buy
just
like
Yeah.
you
deleted
have to
it.
buy a guitar too, like all these extra stuff,
Yeah.
and then it's gone.
The only thing that's left is the like literally
The base game's
Guitar
like
Hero
40
T-
songs.
Yeah, the main game has like 40 songs. GHTV had like 200
Yeah.
when it by the time
And
it
all
was
the
like
good
done.
ones were on GHTV.
It's like it's just a mess.
Okay.
But that was a
That sounds like it's a good time to move onward to our next topic.
Oh, he said
that
the
was-
title.
that was an obvious pun that I'm surprised I didn't see coming.
And
planning
onward
that
we
one.
go.
Yeah. So
Oh, for onward.
Disney and Pixar's Onward. I
what
think
a flick.
What
So,
a flick indeed.
it's been about a week since we saw this movie. So let's
we've had time to digest.
yeah. So let's just I guess go around and say general thoughts, and then we'll get into spoilers. So does anyone else want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I could start. So it's a really cool way that they're selling the movie about like family and in this new magical world, but it's got some really like deep undertones. They touch on a lot of important things, and it's a much deeper movie than it seems like. Much like any other Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna get you touchy feely.
Yeah.
It's not a Pixar movie if it doesn't make you cry.
Yeah.
I said that last time I was here.
When we were in the
Yeah.
theater.
Wait, what?
I think you said it while we were in the theater.
Yeah, you leaned over to me, while the credits were rolling, and that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you told me. Yeah.
I did not cry, but
It made me tear up.
Yeah.
I did not cry.
I can't
It's
remember
like
if
if not cry, you at least get emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
Something-
the
feel it.
something wells
trailer's
up.
and the trailers always undersell that aspect of it.
Yeah. No, because like it's I love like fantasy magic stuff. As you know
Skyrim-esque.
from all of my all of my interests.
Yeah.
But that's not really what like they could take all of that away, and it's still one of my a very important movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like originally they sold it as like,
you know, an questing fantasy.
We're
film.
going to go on a quest.
what if magic cards but real life?
Yeah. What if like
Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons?
What if
but
D&D was
real?
historically accurate? Is
D&D
basically
in
what
real?
the idea. Because they do like you know, there is a D&D equivalent in the movie. But instead of like, you know, everyone's like, you know, oh, you know, you're so obsessed with that game. Like the older brother Barley is obsessed with that game. But he's like super just obsessed with like fantasy and magic in general. And it's cool that like they have like the cards and stuff and like the game guides and everything. And it's like, no, all this shit actually happened.
It's all,
It's all
like,
real.
accurate.
Yeah,
Did
like,
you guys
I think,
not like learn about history? This
Yeah.
is our
like
world.
I think
Yeah.
at one point in the movie, he's like trespassing on some like ancient land or something, and the cops tell him to step down, and he keeps going for it, and they're like, "Well, watch out, we got another history buff over here."
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Because they were trying to knock it
He's
down
not
to build
insane.
something
He's
over
just passionate about history.
Yeah,
That's
like,
not really a spoiler,
like
by
that's
the way.
a-
That happens at the very beginning.
like that's a bad thing.
Yeah. So I guess just my general thoughts. I think it's a really cool movie. I really like the fantasy aspects of it, and I feel like the sort of thing where it's like a fantasy world but like modernized, like they sort of evolved in the way they do things, is a really cool idea. Especially because like you know, a lot of movies are like, you know, they take real world things and then like put them in another world and just have them react to how fantastical that other world is.
Yeah.
But this, it's just like, you know, they live in a fantasy world and just the fantasy stuff is just a thing of the past. I thought that was really cool, how they incorporated all the fantasy elements into it. The story, I think, is pretty cool. And I'm also like, I was worried going into it after watching the trailers, and I'll talk more about this when we get into spoilers, but I was worried going into it that it was going to be super predictable.
Yeah.
That I was just going to be able to like be like, okay, this is this and this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised that most of the times when a moment would come up that I was expecting to go a certain way, it would subvert my expectations and actually be different than what I expected. So
not a lot of things do that anymore.
yeah, not even a lot of Pixar movies do that anymore. So, you know, because you always expect like a twist villain or something like that, but this was different and I liked it.
Yeah,
so.
Pixar changed their formula.
Nick?
See, just like you, I was super skeptical going in. I was like, it didn't feel like a Pixar movie. Like, me and Tristan were even saying at the beginning of the movie that
It feels more like a Disney movie than a Pixar movie.
there was no Pixar logo till the end of the movie.
There was a Pixar logo at the beginning, but
There
you didn't
wasn't.
pay attention.
We did not see that.
I was trying to hand out
They didn't
popcorn.
play this. They didn't have.
Gabe was handing
I was handing out popcorn, and they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
popcorn!"
they didn't have the sound of the lamp squishing
See,
the
but
eye,
that
but
was
they
the
did
pro-
play the Pixar
They had a
logo.
Pixar logo.
You guys just weren't looking at the screen.
Without the
Yeah,
lamp squishing
The lamp
eye.
didn't happen.
The
till
lamp
the
did
end.
squish the eye. They just didn't.
So-
They were playing the music over it.
So like,
That's the problem.
so what I'm saying is like even going in like the trailers, it looked more like pure Disney.
Yeah.
The movie, it just felt like pure Disney, but I like that because like Pixar, like Cars, Toy Story, there's always like the same like plot and like there's always that twist like you were talking about. This movie didn't have that.
Yeah.
It was different.
It subverts expectations in a different way other than just like, oh, this person was a bad guy the whole time. This movie doesn't really have a villain.
No.
Which I think is
and
really
that's
cool.
what
just-
I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Like it was the first time I watched a movie that didn't have a villain.
It felt
but
like
I
a
enjoyed
cohesive
the
story without
going.
one.
Yeah. They
And
didn't
you would
they didn't need a villain, so I'm glad they didn't have one.
Yeah.
And you would
Um,
expect a questing fantasy thing to have bad guys, but that's the exact opposite
Yeah.
of what this movie was about.
Because it's just like, you know, there's like all the sorts of other like stuff like curses and dungeons and shit.
yeah.
So Tristan, I don't know if you wanted to say general stuff before we get into spoilers,
Sure.
but
Do you have thoughts?
other than
No.
other than no thoughts in general.
There's nothing in my head at all.
Yeah.
I don't even think I have a brain.
It's got a pretty face.
Actually, yeah. It's pretty much been covered by you three already, but
Yeah, I was gonna say like anything other than what we've already like
the passage of time in the like ambiance and like I guess map design.
Dude, he's
was
pulling
really
out some
nice.
big boy words
Like,
over
The
here.
movie looks really pretty.
Yeah, pretty. But
The passage of time.
the set design showing what's it called? Like atmospheric storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really cool where like they'll be on a highway or something.
Yeah.
And then you see like mystical fog
Yeah.
in the backdrop.
Or like the
and,
double moon or something.
yeah, and you're like
Yeah, that
it
was really
shows
cool.
that it's like from these ancient times and the clash between modernity and like what used to be is
It's an
really cool.
He's
Interesting
using
term for it.
some
Modernity.
really
Modernity.
great-
And I really appreciate I appreciate that as like a background theme of like the clash of past and present.
Yeah. That remains consistent throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, onward.
Onward to
Onward to
spoilers. So I guess
spoilers.
we'll have the timestamp if you want to skip ahead to our ratings.
Yeah, get out of here.
But oh yeah, I guess before we get into like even like the story stuff, I just want to say before I forget because I always forget to talk about the music. I really like the score
The score
of
was
this
amazing.
movie.
Yeah.
Just because it is very much like that sort of like high fantasy stuff.
Any movie that we like, it has a great score.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I
a
was
great
saying.
score can make or break a
That's
good
what
movie.
I was saying about the Black Widow trailer. It had a great like background music in that whole trailer, and like it made the trailer better.
Yeah, and just because, especially because the trailers like that are like edited along to the music.
That's
so
the same with video games. When it has good music during
Yeah.
like a story part, the story just feels
Yeah.
more.
Music that makes you feel.
But yeah, I think it was very much like fantasy-esque, and I really like that. I was saying like I really like just like I wish there were more sort of like fantasy light stuff like this because it's like I like fantasy, but it's also like when fantasy takes itself too seriously, I start to get bored.
True.
But this I feel like was just like fun and like uses that stuff to its advantage. I like especially like once they start getting into the actual like wilderness with like Raven's Point and
Yeah.
everything, where there's like they're like following the ravens to the dungeon entrance and there's like traps and stuff. I thought all that stuff was really cool. It did remind me very much of like a Skyrim quest
Yeah.
or like a Zelda dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just cool. I don't really see like it's cool too because even in movies where they have that stuff, I feel like as opposed to stuff like that, Onward sort of like the characters react like people like us would react
Yeah.
to stuff like that because it isn't normal for them.
Like,
Mhm.
what the hell?
Yeah,
Magic? Why is the school falling apart? What?
yeah.
Spoilers.
Well, we're in spoilers
We're in
now.
spoilers now, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, like most of the stuff that I have more to say about is in spoiler territory,
Yeah,
but I'll try to
Let's go deeper.
yeah, I'll try to keep it from
That's what she said.
beginning to end.
Get out.
So, obviously, the main story is like, they want to bring their dad back to life for a day, but they like mess up the spell.
Yeah.
And I thought, the dad being only legs for most of it was like, it was pretty
Genius.
funny.
Dude, I can't believe how well the like a fake top worked
Yeah,
for that.
there was a
dad.
lot of really good physical comedy.
Yeah,
with just
because
the way
he's-
that he moves around.
Yeah.
Because you know that it's not like him at all, but it's still like giving you sass or like
Yeah.
smacking one of the pixies or
Yeah.
doing whatever.
Yeah, the pixies thinking that he was trying to pick a fight was really
Yeah.
funny.
Pixies are violent.
Yeah, but then they learn to fly again,
They
and
were
they're still
so
tough.
violent.
But then they fly too.
They're
so-
bringing
That's even
magic
worse.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's imagine
even
a
scarier.
flying-
You were in our flight path.
Let go! You're wrecking my flight path. That's another Pixar movie.
Oh my gosh!
Um,
It's just about flying Gugas. It's all Pixar's about.
We haven't talked at all yet about Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
You mean the best two
The
actors
chemistry
on the
between
face
those
of the
two
planet?
actors were
Dude.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought like, at first glance, I sort of felt like in the first trailers, it was like, especially because they were having Tom Holland do like his American accent, like his
Yeah.
Spider-Man voice.
Yeah.
Essentially, I was sort of like, oh, they cast them just because they're recognizable.
Yeah.
But they do really work for the characters. Especially, I thought Chris Pratt worked really
Chris
well as
Pratt
Barley.
was
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did not have the roles that I thought they were going to have at all. Like I thought that Barley was going to be like this strong, like very what's the word, hesitant type to this all the magic stuff. But he's the nerd. He's the one who's like
He's the one that embraces
and
it.
he's trying to go on the quest. And then what's Tom Holland's
Ian.
Ian.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's the one who's like all skeptical and not trying to go on this quest, but he has the magical ability.
Yeah.
Like
That
it's
dynamic
really
He has
it's
the gift.
yeah, it's very different from what I expected.
Mhm.
And that's why I love the movie so much. It's going against all
Yeah.
my expectations.
And that's another thing is that I'm glad that it didn't fall into the trope where like Tom Holland was the one with the gift and Barley was just. I love how I called Tom Holland's character Tom Holland instead of Ian. But I
Yeah.
called Barley
Tom
instead of
Holland
Chris
and
Pratt.
Barley.
But I loved how Barley didn't fall into the trap where like because he's so obsessed with magic and Tom Holland's character is the one with the gift that he sort of is like
angry
he's
about
jealous
it.
about it
That's
or
what I
like
was afraid
oh it
that
should
would
have been
happen.
me. Yeah.
Like I was about to mention that, I'm like the movie would have been worse like
Mhm.
if they made Barley like always jealous of him.
I
but
was
he
totally
wasn't.
expecting that, like,
Yeah.
it should have been me. I should have had the gift.
I
Now,
didn't
I'm not
even-
going to help
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see our dad.
Yeah.
Like,
It didn't
I didn't
happen
even
at all.
think
They
that
just-
there was gonna be like a gift thing about it at all.
Yeah,
I thought like
you just have
everyone
to
could
learn,
do
yeah.
magic. You just have to learn about it.
Mhm.
And then I didn't even like have the idea that maybe Barley could be jealous because they didn't need to do that.
They didn't write it like that. That's
Yeah.
see that's the thing is
They
that I said beforehand that's what I was expecting going into it.
Yeah, like they made
But-
him this giant nerd, and then Ian has this power. Like you'd think he's gonna be like, "Oh, I should have had the power. I've been studying this my whole life."
Yeah.
Instead, he's happy for him and he's helping him.
Yeah, he's
the entire
encouraging
time.
Exactly.
him.
Instead of
He's like,
being
"Yeah, my little
jealous,
brother's
he's
got the
excited."
gift.
Yeah. He's
Now it's-
excited
yeah.
instead of jealous.
Kind of stupid about magic is it only seems to be like 11 spells.
Yeah.
You
He
have
skips
to.
to the most powerful spell in the book.
He goes like
Yeah.
1,
You're ready.
2,
You have to
12.
use all the tomes. You have to focus and also
Speak with your
think hard.
Heart's fire.
Yeah.
you
Enough with the heart's
speak
fire.
loud enough for the mic to hear you, and then you have to.
Oh yeah, I guess that kind of leads into something else. Well, I mean, I'll talk about that later, I guess. But something I want to talk about too is the something I'm just going over like the things I was expecting versus how they changed it. I really like that there wasn't like super forced separation. Like there is a little bit of that like when they go back to the school and he's like calls him like a screw up and everything because I felt like that was kind of out of character for Ian.
Yeah, that.
But
bit.
it's over relatively quickly, and I didn't feel like it did in like a lot of other Disney movies where they just seem
Drag
like
it
they
out.
seem like they get mad at each other over nothing.
Yeah.
Especially because like earlier in the movie, there's the whole thing where like they're lying and he can't lie or the spell will be broken.
I feel like
that's like
the
disguising them.
only- Yeah.
And like, he says like the police officer. I did think that was a little forced where the police officer is like, oh
Oh,
that
what a
other kid is a
screw up.
screw up. Like
Yeah.
they didn't have to say that.
And they never
Um,
established before that point that cop even knew those
Yeah.
kids.
But I am glad, like, despite that, I am glad that they sort of made that a thing earlier, so that when Ian gets mad at Barley later in the movie
Doesn't
for being
come
a
out of
screw up, it's
nowhere.
not like, whoa, okay, like that's not like a thing you established earlier.
Yeah, I don't think that Ian would have ever said that had it not like come up earlier.
Yeah,
It just didn't seem like a very fluid thing for it to come up earlier anyway.
Mhm.
Like you would never say that to the stepfather or like they weren't married. I guess like the boyfriend of a wife or
the boyfriend of the
boyfriend of the
my
wife.
my
the
wife's
boyfriend of the mother
Yeah,
of
their
like
mom's
children,
boyfriend.
and you're like, yeah, you know that girl you're dating, like her son's a screw up, right?
Yeah,
But
know,
that was
Yeah.
my point.
That
Yeah.
came out of left field.
yeah.
One
know
thing I really appreciated was the selflessness of both of the brothers.
Yeah.
On the topic of seeing their dad,
Yeah,
like how at the beginning it's Ian thinking that
He finally gets to see
he
his
needs
dad.
to finally meet this guy that he's been waiting for all,
Yeah.
you know, the opportunity to all his life, or thinking he missed out on it. And then it's actually Barley that didn't get to say goodbye to the guy that he did know.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about this movie. Like, I think that's what the movie is actually about. Like, it has a lot of magic, and the magic works a bit differently than really, like, you know, all the other fantasy stuff out there. It doesn't seem as
It takes
built up.
It takes like a
But
backseat in comparison.
That's
to
because the
main-
magic there is just a means to an end. It's about
Yeah.
like it's about dealing with loss, and
Mhm.
Barley's the only one who really needs to deal with that loss. He
Mhm.
didn't get to say goodbye.
Yeah.
He didn't get to actually feel complete with his father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
And I liked that they sort of turned like by the end you sort of like realize like along with Ian that Barley has
Barley's
been
his
Ian's father
father
figure the
figure,
whole
yeah.
time. And that was funny too because like I sort of like connected with that just because you know the scene where he's trying to make the gas can bigger with the wand.
Yeah.
And he's telling him like you need to focus, no distractions.
Yeah.
But he's also like telling him, you know, like keep your elbow up, like fix your stance, like like just distracting him the whole time even though he's telling him. Like that sort of reminds me of like me like playing like golf with my dad.
Yeah, that
and,
sounds
like, him,
just like your dad.
Trying to like you know he's like you know the golf course is completely quiet and I need to like focus on the thing, but you know he is like sort of trying to help me so that I can
He's
do
like,
it
"I got
better.
it,
But
I
I'm
got
like
it."
listen, I got it. I know what
Yeah.
to do. And I was like, you know, oh, that's kind of like my dad. And then in the end, you know, it sort of is like, you know, even though he is his older brother, he is also sort of a father figure for him.
Yeah.
For the scene for me that most related was the one where they were driving and he's like, just merge. If you don't do it now, you'll never do it.
That does
I
affect
made the
me.
connection when they were on the Cheeto
Oh.
because they were playing catch with like Cheeto puffs from the thing, and I remember seeing play catch being on his like to-do list with Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
I
thought
was
you were
like-
saying like you personally
No,
related to
I didn't.
sailing
My
down the
dad-
river with a Cheeto puff.
Cheeto, but like
he would toss Cheetos into my mouth.
no, that like that
Your
that
brother
theme
would
of
toss
like
Cheetos
him
into your
realizing,
stomach.
you know,
Yeah.
like
That's right.
I made that connection before Ian realized that Barley was his father figure the whole time.
Mhm.
You know, it was the Cheeto scene that did it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, but I that was the main thing where I was sort of like, you know, going into the movie, I was like, okay, they're gonna spend the entire day trying to figure it out, and then they're only gonna bring him back at like the very last second.
Mhm.
And I knew it was gonna be like on a cliffside at sunset, so he could freaking oogway into the distance,
Yeah.
like when time was up.
My time is
What
Yeah.
if, what if it's like indoors and you can't see the sun? Does that mean he's fine?
No, it's just
As long
it's
as he
24
doesn't go
hours, but I knew
outside.
I knew it was gonna be a setting like that, so
Yeah.
that you could see the sunset in the background and it'd
Yeah,
be dramatic.
and then he, like,
But I was
sparkles
not
off.
expecting that Ian wasn't gonna get to meet him.
Yeah.
I thought they
Because-
all were gonna be there.
Yeah.
I thought all like the
'Cause
whole
Like I
That's-
thought it was gonna be like they overcame all their struggles, and then it was just the
That's
one
the
moment they all
payoff.
get to meet like Hugh Neutron, Elf Dad. I still think he looks like
he
Hugh
looks
Neutron,
a bit
but,
like Hugh Neutron.
but I thought it was really cool. Like you don't even like ever hear the dad speak. We see it from Ian's perspective of looking through like the crack of like the rubble of the dragon that he
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah.
Which side
You
note,
really
the
only-
dragon was
You
hilarious.
hear him
Yeah,
speak
that-
at the very beginning.
With the that you only get to experience as much as Ian gets to of his dad.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
get to see a little bit of him in person when he's talking to Barley. You get to see his pictures, and then you get to hear that one recording.
Yeah, and there's also like like earlier in the
legs.
movie he's like I wonder what like Dad's wizard name would be, and then like he's
He
like what did
actually
he
knows.
say?
It
And he's like his
sucks.
wizard name would be this. He's like that's terrible.
That's terrible.
It's awful.
Yeah, I really liked that. That was that was a really good moment. The whole like final battle. I feel like I wouldn't be as big of a fan of it if it wasn't for that freaking cartoon dragon face.
For that yeah.
I
Oh.
thought that was funny.
It was the curse. It had to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
You can't have a fantasy movie without a
I
curse.
still thought that concept was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like even though things like that have been done before, where like monsters or beings or something coming out of different parts of the surroundings
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Elementals.
I've always had like a soft spot for enemy beings like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the way they pulled it off, and of course the Pixar animation
Yeah.
behind
Oh, this
that.
The whole movie just looks fantastic.
Behind like the curse grabbing the car as the car sirens are going off, you know,
Mhm.
as if to say like put me down, and then it
Mhm.
becomes like part of the dragon's head and then the whole high school crumbling down. I thought that the animation is just awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to add on that. Like,
I mean, the animation's great. The characters developed amazingly.
Good movie, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
The soundtrack.
That's not how we do things here.
Perfect.
Yeah. You got a
Yeah,
lot to learn.
No,
we drag it out.
We stopped the podcast right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to think. So we haven't talked at all about the mom subplot, where like
Yeah, she turned around.
that was so weird to me because she didn't like strike me as the sort that would be like, because they said like, oh, we'll be right back, but then she immediately like goes out to like find
She's like,
them.
you know
and,
what?
like,
They're
Yeah.
lying.
like tells off the police officer to try to talk to the Manticore. I'm like, okay. I mean, like that kind of came out of nowhere. She didn't really
I
give
enjoyed
off
it.
any signs
And if
that she was
had-
gonna like.
yeah, if she had that much like fire in her, she could have told the Manticore like, "How about we just stretch those wings now?"
Yeah.
And then been there immediately.
Yeah,
Told them
that was
the
another
code.
thing too. Is that like the Manticore knows where the fountain is, and she knows that's where the stone is that they're gonna try to get.
Yeah.
But it's like nighttime and they're driving, and they're like, and she's like, it's okay, I know where they're gonna be. But for some reason they get there at the same time that they do, even though
it's
they
back home.
They should have
The
been there
Manticore
way
coulda just
faster.
went up the street and like
Yeah.
skipped all of the quest stuff.
Yeah.
And
that
shoulda
was-
gotten
that
there
was
way
weird.
earlier.
That was some weird timing. And also, like, the Manticore's tavern was, like... So it was, like, in the woods, and it was super dark. And then it was a restaurant. It's like, I was like, okay, I can buy that, even though there was no cars outside. But then they show the other side of it is, like, a parking lot. And I'm like, those don't really match up.
Yeah.
Like, the environments, like... I could... They should have at least had a shot where it showed the forest on one side and the other side
Parking
being
lot.
the parking lot.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like in the forest it was up on like a big hill, but then the other side of it's just like flat.
Flatland.
Yeah.
I actually did not put that together. Like
Yeah.
when
The
they
parking
pulled
lot
up
was
to
the
that
place.
tavern, it was some creepy old like out in the woods tavern. I could not. Like, I don't know why I didn't remember that. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
My head hurt now. Chris just ruined the whole
Oh,
movie.
no.
for
That's
me.
pretty much the only like sort of
Inconsistency.
negatives I have. It's
Yeah.
they don't I mean neither of those are really enough to like bring the movie
It's
down
a Pixar
significantly,
movie,
but
and it's not Cars 2. So how can you have negatives?
yeah.
We'll talk about Cars too.
I mean, also there's the fact that didn't the staff that Ian now has came from a splinter that he enlarged.
Oh
right?
yeah.
That
Why
was
didn't
that
it
was really
shrink?
cool.
Well, afterwards, like they show him in the school afterwards, and it's still like big.
Oh yeah, because
Isn't it
that
supposed to
spell
shrink
is
like after a while?
yeah.
It's supposed to wear off.
It hadn't worn off yet.
My
Gabe.
only
Maybe because the magic was in the splinter, so the magic was still throughout the.
Yeah,
That's
he
true.
said
Or,
magic,
like-
magic in every fiber. Remember?
So,
yeah.
like the magic never faded from.
That's
the
what.
wand.
That's what made him
So it
realize
never-
that.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah.
They should have said that in the movie.
Well,
Yeah.
he did. He did say that. He said
They
magic.
did.
In
Magic
every
said magic in
fiber.
every fiber, but they didn't like
So
he
the
did
They
use
didn't
the same
say
large
that
spell
if
that
you enlarge a
wears off.
magical item, the magic will keep it large forever.
It's like
Yeah.
a magic duplication glitch.
Yeah.
You could just.
Duplication spell.
You could make like 100 different like magic staffs out of the splinters on
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, everyone could have
Plot hole. Plot.
the
Everyone
gift.
can have. Well, I mean, that was how they portrayed it in the olden days, but just people started using electricity and shit.
That was a really cool scene where like, can you light my fire, make light?
Yeah.
I have a light
I have the
bulb.
light, literally like
I
a few
have
feet
the-
away from them.
I'm who's the guy that made the Edison? Yeah, Edison. He make light bulb?
I don't remember.
Don't.
Tesla.
Tesla.
Elon Musk
Elon
comes in and he's like,
Musk.
"Hey,
Oh,
you can play Minecraft on your dashboard. Who needs magic?"
Minecraft.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah, they should have had a They should have had a Tesla cameo.
That's funny. It just have like, what would be a fantasy pun for a Tesla?
You're a wizard, Harry.
That's what? No, that doesn't.
He's,
That's
That's
John
not
from
even. That's not a pun.
Supernatural.
I don't know.
That's
This
like-
is a lost cause.
He's a warlock.
Anyway,
Time to.
I just want to say before we end this that I'm just, despite the movie's flaws, because it's not perfect.
Yeah, it is.
I just, I'm super like. I just really appreciate when Pixar goes out of their way to do something original.
Yeah, and not a sequel.
Just because,
or a remake.
Like, despite Pixar's like IP, like they have so many like great franchises that they've made, but other than the Toy Story movies, before Toy Story 4, I feel like I haven't really like connected with the sequels in the same way I connect with those original movies.
He's disrespected Cars 3.
I never saw Cause 3. Or Cause 3. I never just
Cause 3.
I never saw Cars 3, but
Well, you should.
It was good, but forgettable.
yeah, but that's the thing is that
It's not
like that's how I feel about most Pixar sequels is that they're good, but they don't ever recapture that same magic of the original movies, and I feel like
See, that's how
Pixar's original movies still like feel like movies that they would make back in the day. Like movies like Coco. I mean, maybe not The Good Dinosaur. I heard that one wasn't that good. I didn't see it.
I
But
thought it was alright.
yeah. But like, Pixar still is capable of making great original movies like they used to. It's just they got caught in a cycle of just making sequel after sequel to movies that didn't need sequels.
Yeah.
Now we need
And-
Onward 2, so...
No. I think they said they're not
Yeah.
going to make sequels for like a few years, I think.
Yeah, I think they announced
Something
they
like
were
that.
stopping
Definitely.
They
sequels.
said for the foreseeable future, I think they're not making any
Aren't
sequels.
they making, what's next year's movie?
Soul.
Soul.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
Soul is supposed to come out like in June.
That looks pretty
that's-
good.
well,
Yeah, they
then-
released a new trailer for it today, actually, which we didn't talk about in the news.
Oh my God.
All right, we got to restart.
but no, I'll take this section and I'll just put it at the beginning.
Okay.
But that movie looks like it's going to be pretty good, and I'm excited for whatever else they do, because like Coco and this movie were both really really good
I
movies.
never saw Coco.
Coco is so
What?
good.
How have you never seen Coco?
Because I never
I,
got...
I was gonna
Isn't
say
it
it's
on
on
Netflix?
Netflix, but I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus now.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because
I have both.
Go
Well,
on Disney
go watch it.
Plus. You can even watch it in Spanish.
You have to tell me to download the app the proper way.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Download the
Download
app.
the app.
You think this is funny?
Oh man, I get a link to Brock Baker's YouTube channel
Yeah,
now.
oops. Thanks, Nick.
Don't
We were
sue
that
us for
close.
damages, Brock Baker.
We're that close to being scot-free.
All right, so are we gonna rate it now?
Yeah, Tristan has to go last because he did it wrong.
That was a joke.
No,
will-
guys, my real ranking was a fib. Now it's time for the real ranking.
I'm going to rank it...
I thought you said he was gonna go first.
No, he's going last.
He's making me go last because I made a
Oh.
joke about ranking it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
I want
Fine,
Okay, anyway.
whatever.
I want to...
Someone say a number already.
I want to rank it 9 mean pixies out of Manticore.
Wow.
Nice.
Out of
Alright.
Manticore.
I will rank it 9.5 splinters out of a magic staff.
That's cool. I'm going to rate it 7 out of 6
What?
That's it.
Guinevere's.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't
he
talk
took-
about
He
Guinevere.
took that
Yep.
from me. I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 falling off parts out of Guinevere.
Out of Guinevere 2.0.
Out of Guinevere
Yeah.
2.0.
See, I was gonna say, this is slight spoilers for anyone that skipped to this part, but there's out of everything that I predicted going into this movie, there are 2 things that I got right, down to like the specifics, where I knew that the LGBTQ representation was gonna be one line.
Yep.
That they could easily censor for overseas markets, even though it still got banned in some overseas
they
markets.
just
despite
banned the whole
that.
movie.
Yeah,
China.
they did, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Which is like, good on Disney for like, including a line like this in the first place. But still, like, it is. I knew it was going to be a throwaway line
Yep.
that could easily be censored, so they didn't have to lose money in overseas markets, which is still kind of.
I appreciated the casuality of the line. But
Yeah, but
not
when
that
you think
it's-
about the marketability of it all, it's just like
yeah.
it's just it's the whole situation is still just icky. But I knew that was going to be a throwaway line.
Yeah.
And never be brought up again. And I knew that the van was going to get destroyed and he was going to make a Mark II. Because that's exactly what happens in Flushed Away. So now whenever
my
there's
God.
whenever there's a vehicle of importance, it always gets destroyed in an emotional scene, and then they make Mark II at the end of the movie.
Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Like
So-
the guy's day off.
Ferris
Ferris
Bueller's Day
Bueller's
Off,
Day
where
Off.
they destroy the car.
Destroy the car.
Did they make, I don't
They
think
didn't
they
make
make a Mark
They
II
didn't
in
make
that
a Mark
movie,
II. Cameron
Don't
just
worry,
got
it's
like
gonna-
killed by his dad.
though. Yeah,
over it.
Cameron never. He actually got killed by his dad, and that's why they never made
That's
a
why the
sequel.
sequel never happened.
Yes.
All right. So, any other thoughts? Anything to add before we end this?
Nope. It's time to end.
I've been playing
It's time
Pokemon
when
Go.
things die.
Me too.
Go
I play Pokemon not go to the polls.
home, Nick. This was
No,
your
okay, now
last
it's-
episode. Everyone say bye to Nick.
Bye.
Bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
So we got to figure out what we're gonna do for next episode now, because all the movies that we could review are getting delayed. We'll do
let's play
trilogies.
5
No.
indie games.
I'll do
and
trilogies.
just talk about
No
them.
more
We'll do the
trilogies.
Fast trilogy.
I've got a few ideas.
The Cars trilogy. We'll do the Toy Story trilogy. We'll do Pirates trilogy, which will make Gabe very happy.
Yo, oh my
because
God, we can watch Pirates
High School
3.
Musical trilogy.
I'm
Yeah.
in for High School Musical trilogy.
And we're gonna
can take
do
my
all of
place.
them in one episode.
oh,
It'll be like 7 hours long.
We're just gonna rate them and leave.
All right, well that's it for this one. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, subscribe. We need to become famous. If we don't, we're all gonna kill ourselves.
Oh wait, you know what we should do before we end this? Tristan, where can they find you?
you can find me.
Here,
I
here,
don't
and here.
actually have a fancy URL like youtube.com/Christian
We'll
Aaron.
just put it in the.
But
He has a
yeah.
Twitter and an Instagram.
plug my link in the description
Put his
to my.
Snapchat
Shut up.
it's
Plug my-
Tristan's time to plug his stuff.
I'm trying to plug Nick.
I'm
God.
trying to make him not go to your plugs.
Are we gonna pull in?
No.
You can go to.
Pull in Anthony Padilla and just. But you have 5 seconds. Plug him. Plug whatever you want.
Link in the description. Tristan's account is my up and coming new YouTube channel. Go subscribe there. You'll find a lot of content that I don't know what I'm doing. 5 seconds.
5
are up.
seconds up. That's pretty good.
We'll do. I'll make you make a link tree so that you can put all your stuff in one link.
Yeah.
'Cause
Heck
that's
yeah,
what we do.
gamers.
Except Nick. Nick needs to make one of those. But yeah. I mean, 3 of us will be back for me, Gabe, and Nick will be back for next episode. Tristan will probably be coming back for a couple
Other-
guest appearances
I'll
in
come
the
back.
future.
Yeah.
I made him a face, so.
Yeah, he
I-
did.
yeah,
he did
I've
make a
got a
face. We can't let it
thumbnail
go to
face.
waste.
I've got a thumbnail face.
But
so
anyway,
I'm using
thank
it.
you, Tristan, for guest starring on this episode.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. This has been Unstable Opinions. Thank you for listening. Hopefully we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Peace.
See ya.